Thank you very much for providing me an opportunity to present my business plan. If you look at today's world of economy, a lot of multinational corporations are expanding globally, mainly to tap the investment potential available in emerging markets, mainly India, China, and many more. So, what happens to the small and medium scale companies? When you look at it, oftentimes they do not have the necessary resources to take that risk of investing in a new terrain and trying to tap into such a emerging market potential has always been a challenge. And let alone the small businesses, even if you take individuals, whenever I have chats with my friends, most of them who have stable careers, a lot of them doctors, engineers, though they have very rewarding jobs for themselves, there has always been a want in them to establish something that they can call it their own entrepreneurial venture. So, and it and somehow they never take that step of quitting whatever they're doing for their living and start out on their entrepreneurial venture. That happens on a very low percentage. So I was thinking, what if we could provide a solution to solve this pain point? So with that introduction, let me present you i-Biz. So what is i-Biz? This is basically to connect the people who are scared of the risks in a developing market. So we're connecting them with potential businesses they can do, and we provide them a support mechanism to help them do that. So that is what i-Biz is about. I is obviously for internet. So just a little bit more about the idea itself and what is the exact value proposition that we create. So initially, we start off with a database of all the potential businesses that is listed based on various factors such as risk, return of investment, growth potential, and the time for break even, etc. So first, so a group of individuals or business has this database to first select which industry they want to be, which business they want to choose, and they form a mock business. So uh, from that stage, a person who is referred to as a business manager is assigned to that business group, and they discuss with the help of collaborative tools to get the requirements of the business and to understand the needs of the business board to get started with the next steps. And once this business is launched, we would also provide a continuous support in terms of weekly reports, live feeds, updates, phone calls, conference calls, video conferences of how this business is happening on a real time. Because this, we think, is something that is lacking. Because imagine a team of entrepreneurs sitting in the US and trying to establish a business out there in India. And how nice it would be if there is a person, a business manager who sits in India and runs the business day to day, so that the people out there globally in US and in any other country could happily go to their jobs, and in their for time that they're free, they can also just get the live feeds of how their businesses are going, and they will be able to do both in parallel. Isn't that something wonderful that every one of us would love to do that, isn't it? So that being said, what we provide is basically we reduce the setup costs of a business in an emerging market by 50%, reduce the risk by 50%, and investors can break even faster. So this is the value proposition that we offer. So why i-Biz? I cannot think of a more compelling time to be in when we are in the middle of a social media revolution. So whatever we do, most of us, in a way or the other, are engrossed into the computer or an iPhone or any of an internet-based device. So if you just look at the data, in US there are 287 million users, India 463, worldwide 3.4 billion users of internet. So I think there is no other way today to be other than the internet. So also, why India is that it's because of an expertise in the local market. That's one of the reason, and also this growth opportunity that India provides, as per the World Bank data, is India is expected to grow at the rate of 7.9%, and China is expected to grow at the rate of 7.1%. So these are a couple of very interesting markets that we would like to look at, and in this case, India would be looked at as a pivot market, and then based on its success and learnings, the same business model will be rolled out to other markets as well. And also on the other end, we are targeting US for on the back end of this things. So coming to the company vision is mainly to enable anybody on this planet to invest freely in any other part of the world. We provide a set of great tools and support for our clients to achieve this dream and hence change the way businesses are being done over decades. And we provide a lot of state-of-the-art tools such as video conferencing, teleconferences, and GoToMeetings, Skypes, and also state-of-the-art reporting tools. Apart from this, all these applications will also be available and compatible with the mobile devices. So we want to do all we can to make sure a global investor has everything accessible on the go. When we look at the industry itself, it's a huge industry, of course. $59 billion even as of 2015. And the growth rate just in the US alone is 33%. If you look at the FDI investment, foreign direct investment in India for the year 2015-16, it is $2.9 billion. And the more encouraging thing with choosing India as the pivot is the changing regulatory and policy environment in India. With the current government is taking a lot of good steps to relax the bureaucratic processes that used to hinder business, and the Indian government is opening up a lot of key sectors such as construction, medical devices, healthcare, retail, railways, so that this can be an opportunity for foreign direct investment to flow and establish a more global environment. So this, I think, is a great opportunity that could be tapped. And just looking at the amount of venture capitalist flow, it has been steadily on a rise. And but since we talked about, since we are referring to venture capitalists, I just want to mention a clear distinction. We're not talking about a venture capitalist venture here. We're talking about live support. We not only connect people, but we also provide support to maintain, sustain, and to make the business successful, which is pretty different from just a venture capitalist concept. And our target customers would be anybody who has a portfolio of $5,000. The only condition is that the aggregate minimum should be $20,000 to start a business. And focusing on medium and small scale businesses or individuals, crowd funds, mainly in the US to start with as a pivot. Looking at the competition, there had been really very few competitions, I would say. There had been some government initiatives such as Invest India, Make in India, but again, the factor of providing a continuous support has never been tried. And there are private companies, the private initiatives, but only a handful. And A couple of them worth mentioning are investability and smart owner. We did a quick priority table on where we stand. We clearly stand 50% above the competition at 9.1, which is rated based on personalization, variety of market choice, expertise in the local market, and customer support. So I think we clearly have a business case. And coming to the organization, myself, Prashant Jayachandran, would be this CEO and president of this organization because I have a lot of value that I can bring. I've been traveling for 4 years, the length and width of the country, auditing businesses myself. So I can bring a lot of insight to the table of Indian business to the table. And there is going to be a management advisor who's Mr. Shiv. He has operations in Africa, in India, and a little bit in China, and he consults a lot of startups. So I think he would be a very valuable asset. And the other part is the IT development and support. We are going to need them very critically, and they will not be a part of the organization, but they'll be a supplier to us. And there is going to be the business managers who are going to be the key component of this business, who are going to interact with the customers and make it happen real time. Marketing plan, obviously, to highlight our value proposition, we're going to use Google AdWords. 40% of our marketing budget goes towards that, and Facebook and LinkedIn 30% respectively. And we're going to rely heavily on word of mouth because all of us agreed that that is going to make the biggest impact on propagating the business. So the total ask here is $300,000. The investor portion of 49% is $147,000. In the initial payment is expected at $20,000, and with a monthly installment of $10,600 for 12 months. As you can see, the main costs are the IT development costs, the infrastructure, salaries, and consulting fees. So what do the investors get in return? A 49% shareholding in the company, and the business is supposed to break even, is expected to break even in the Q1 of the third year. And the expected return of investment over the period of 5 years is almost 413%, expected to increase fourfolds. And just to obviously we have a very detailed business plan detailing the end-to-end costs, but just to give you a perspective, if we could make on a 5-year average scale 10 additional accounts every month at a flat fee of $499 per business, plus an amount of profit share from every business, we should be able to attain this target. And provided we hit this target, the contribution margins would be $20,650 per month, and the business is expected to break even in about 25 months, and expected return at the end of 5 years is $1.25 million. Just to conclude, the strengths I would say would be the online presence and the provision of a strong business support. Opportunities, huge market, and policy changes in favor of the business, and plenty of growth opportunities. Coming to weakness, that could be some complications in terms of foreign exchange and international taxation complexities. And in terms of threat, in the future, that could be emergence of big players, which could be possibly seen as a threat. But if we are able to make use of the situation right now, and the sooner we tap the market, the bigger slice of the market share that we will be able to control. And I'm pretty positive there is a big gap and there's big opportunities to tap into. Earlier we enter, the more we will make. And thank you very much for listening to my presentation. I look forward to your suggestion and comments so that we can keep improving. Thank you. Have a great day.